and we'll see what happens. We're recording. Okay, so last week's challenge was to make some kind of or a piece of paper, boxes to color in, something where you give yourself a challenge for the month, how many people you're going to show the system to, and then go down a checklist and have a reward at the end of the month if you make it. I'm at my lake house right now. I would show you my checklist, except it's at home, so I don't have it here. But I put 10. I'm being kind of lazy because I'm at the lake house a lot this month, but next month I'll ramp it up. But I thought if I get to 10, then my reward will be to do 15 or 20 for next month. So I'm not very good at rewarding myself, but so far I've done 3. One of them is a preferred customer. One of them is a preferred customer with a bundle, and one of them is still deciding. So that's been pretty good results for the 3 that I've done. And I really thank Matt Wells for this challenge, because it's been very liberating for me, because I have found that if you focus on something very simple, that everything else just works. And so today if you guys aren't on Cody Bateman's Facebook page, go friend it, because he is, all those videos, the 2-minute tips and the videos from business owners that are so impactful, that he has them on his Facebook page. And it's so easy to share. If you know a realtor, go to Cody's page and share one of the realtor videos with a realtor, construction guy, whatever, but it's super easy to share from his Facebook page. And I've really been using that as a resource lately. He had a little bit of a rant on his Facebook page today. It was really mild because, Cody doesn't rant, but he was saying that he notices that people are being sucked into building websites and getting social media gurus and paying money for different things that really are not contributing to their success. And his statement was, we will provide you every tool you need for your success. You don't need to go looking elsewhere. And that really hit home for me, because with the challenge that we're doing this week, it brings it down to the most basic element. We don't have any control as to whether the person we send out cards to wants to do it or not, wants to be a distributor or a customer. We have no control over that. We have control over how many people we show it to. So why not focus on the thing that we can have control over, which is how many people we show it to. And that's what this week was so successful for me, because I focused on the simple. So with that whole thing in mind, I thought I'm going to break it down again for people on how simple this really is, because as Super Dave Smith said, do you want to be the expert or do you want to reproduce? Well, we want to reproduce, so that means we don't have to be really good at anything, because if you're that good at something, other people think, well, I can't do that. So all we want to do is be good at one simple thing and show other people how to do it. So the one simple thing we need to be good at is presenting to other people. Inviting people is a whole nother topic. We'll talk about that. But once they say yes to seeing it, and it doesn't have to be a big deal when you invite people. It's just, can I show you something cool on my phone? It doesn't have to be earth-shattering. More information you give, the worse it is. So when somebody says, what is it? I go, well, I'll show you. It's easier to show you than tell you, so I'll show you. Whether I show them on Zoom or in person doesn't matter. And then you have them send a card. You download the app to their phone. And something I learned that's very important is once they download the app, then you have them close it and then go back to your link and click on your link again, and that will tie them to you. If you just have them download the app and send a card, it will not be tied to you. So they have to download the app and then re-click on the link. I learned that the hard way twice. So once they re-click on the link, they're tied to you. They can send a card. on your account, and they will create a gift account. It's called a gift account walkthrough for anyone who's new and doesn't know that term. And then there is the 6-minute video that is the WOW video, also known as the WOW video, which is on the website. There's a 3-minute version on the app. If you don't have the website, go ahead and go to videos on the app, and it's there. But I would recommend, if you haven't already, I send a copy of the videos out on WhatsApp. Copy that, paste it to your notes, keep it, and then you can text it to anyone or open it yourself and show someone the video. So the 6-minute video is an overview of send out cards and talks about being a customer, being a distributor, what the advantages are, a little bit of touch on the plans and packages. If you haven't watched it lately, watch it. It's cool. And then talk about the plans and packages. And that's a very simple thing. You start with how many points the cards are, and then how do you pay? There's 3 decisions I tell people. I start with how many points the cards are. And then the first decision is, how do you want to pay for your cards? Do you want to pay as you go? Do you want a preferred customer subscription, which gives you the wholesale price? Or do you want something in between? And pay as you go is great if that's what they want to do, but you pay a lot more for your cards that way. And that's exactly how I explain it. Second decision is, do you want the special extra stuff that makes your card stand out? Do you want the signatures? Do you want the font? Do you want it to be your handwriting on the card instead of just a made-up font? Do you want it to be your branding on the back instead of the little send out cards logo? If you want those things, then let's look at the packages. And then I go through the $3.95 package because and I say this is the most popular one. It has all the features, so we're going to talk about it first. So the $3.95 package, it has the master relationship marketing. If they're a business owner, I might even go to my master relationship marketing page and show them all of the different topics that are on there. It just depends on how much time they have. And the extra memory, which is important if you're talking to say a realtor, a photographer, store owner, anybody who takes lots of pictures where their job is very visual, then they're going to want that extra memory. And sometimes they'll do the upgraded bundle just for the extra memory. And of course, the handwriting font signatures. And if it's a business, they might want 10 signatures rather than having a font plus 4 signatures. So then I explain that. And then I say the business or the personal bundle is a pared down version. It doesn't give you everything. It gives you the bare bones basics that a person needs to start, which is your signature and your custom branding. The business bundle is the granddaddy account. It gives you 3 of the marketing bundles essentially for the price of 2. And that's how I explain those. I don't spend a lot of time on them. I spend a lot more time on the marketing bundle, and that's it. And that's it. And then the video says, what are you, a 1, 2, 3, and 4? Now, you guys might have opinions as to whether you show the plans and packages first and then play the video, or show the video first and then the plans and packages. I can't say that I have a strong opinion either way. What about you, Dan? What do you think?
I think probably I take the approach that you do, and do it in that sequence.
Do the video first.
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Pam?
Gosh, I agree with you in that it's better to keep it really simple. Mm-hmm. And like, I have a tendency to dig into the details, and I need to back off. And like you said, don't act like the expert, but really, keep it simple and just mention the simple pieces of sending a card. And then when showing the packages, I guess what I do is I think about their business. I think about what they might use it for after, of course, asking them questions beforehand. And by that time, I have an idea of the bundle that I think would be right for them.
Yes.
And
I
I know
think
that it's important to say, you know, I recommend this or I recommend that. And so I do tend to do that as well.
perfect. Yes, I agree. I recommend that. I always recommend something too. And a lot of times I'll recommend the personal bundle for them because that really is all they need. If it's let's say a plumber that's going to have 3 campaigns and send those same 3 campaigns to everyone, they don't need the marketing bundle.
Well, and what's interesting, you know, Sue, is that when you're talking with them, asking them questions about their business, and like I was talking to my insurance agent who I've known for many years, and he's been a customer of mine for 2 years. And finally, just this past summer, I had a chance to sit down with him and really talk about the bundles. And at first I thought the personal bundle was perfect for him. And then he said, well, you know, I have a commercial line and I've got a person that works that. And, you know, I'd like something commercial for her to work with. And I'm like, wait a second, there's the startup campaign value pack and there's these pre-made campaigns. I'm like, it needs to be the marketing bundle.
Good. I agree.
So,
and that's why I always do the marketing bundle first, even if I'm not going to recommend it for them, because you never know. I mean, and I'll say, well, after seeing this, do you have anything you're leaning towards? And if they say the marketing bundle, I shut up.
I know, right? Done. Okay, let's get started.
It's important to know when to shut up, which is a problem I have.
Exactly. Very true.
And I'm still learning how to do that. But,
oh,
okay.
I know. Believe me, I know. I'm a rambler.
And also, and I left this out, what I often do before I do anything else is I'll take out my phone and I have a after walkthrough campaign. I have one for individuals and one for business people. And I'll go to either after walkthrough campaign and I'll have them watch me as I send them a card with brownies and say, okay, you're going to be getting a card and brownies in about 4 to 5 days. Now let me have you try that. And so that's, and it takes literally 10 seconds because I have a pre-made campaign. All I have to do is put their address in and send it. So I'll often start with that. Somebody in Houston said that they carry brownies with them everywhere and hand them out at their appointment, which I thought was kind of genius too. So I'm thinking about changing that. But right now I send them a card. So they see that. So that's how they see that, you know, it may take them 5 or 10 minutes to send that card, but it really only took me 10 seconds. So they can see that it's not really a long drawn out thing. So the thing that I put on WhatsApp and I texted to those of you that I had your numbers is from Callie Tea Garden. And when we were in Houston, Callie promoted to senior executive. And she promoted 2 people to executive like that week. And one of the people that she promoted, her name is Kristen Leith, and she's from Arizona. And she went from 0 to executive in 3.5 months. So think about that, you guys. That's a minimum of 75 distributors in 3.5 months. And I had the pleasure of sitting next to Kristen at dinner one night. And so, of course, I picked her brain. Yeah. I said, tell me how you did it. And she said, literally, I just did what Callie told me. So she pulled out her phone and she showed me what I just texted you. And she has the videos all there on one note entry. And every person she showed it to, she would text them that with their customer number or their distributor number. Hello. And then from there on, they could easily share it with other people. So they were actually signing up distributors and having them bring guests the following night, and signing up more distributors and having them bring guests the following night and signing up more distributors. And they were having meetings every morning and every night. And people didn't wait 24 hours before they were expected to bring guests and sign up distributors. So they had to have a system that was super, super simple. And that text is their system. It has the wow video. It has how do you show how do you share the app for both iOS and Android, and it has a link to Callie Teagarden's website, which she does weekly opportunity calls, and all of the replays are on there. So if you wanted to replay one of her opportunity calls, you could just click on that, and it's all on one page on OneNote. And I thought it was absolutely genius. So I stole it. And then when I watched Cody's rant today, I thought, well, he's right. We do have all the tools we need. I mean, the only thing on that note that's not from Send Out Cards is Callie's website. And yeah, it's great to make a website if you want to, but I don't need to make a website because I have Callie's, right? So, and you can have Callie's, and Kristen can have Callie's, or we can have Casey's, or we can have Jordan's, the Cool Buzz. So, I mean, pick your favorite website, but have somebody have that for somebody to go to. And then the only thing that I took off of there was then she had on the bottom of that note her website, sendoutcards.com/her name. And I took that off because you would want to put on your own. So that is what I wanted to bring to you guys today, because I know I've been making this a lot more complicated. I've bought into some things that are supposed to help me with social media, et cetera, and I suck at social media. So I'm going to embrace the fact that I suck at social media and just show the app to people, because that's what gets you new customers. Because you can social media all you want, but that's not what gets you results. What gets you results is actually showing the app to people. And there's no reason to fear it, because it's so stinking simple that we can show somebody else how to do it in one text. So comments, concerns, questions?
When are you in town in Kearney next week, Sue?
I'll be back on Monday because Dale starts school.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so my lake days are going to be curtailed.
Oh, that's too bad.
I know, I'm bummed, but we'll still have it for weekends.
So Sue, I have a question. I'm all about keeping it really simple, because I tend to just not make it simple. I tend to, just think about it so much, and then I don't, I'm paralyzed, and then I get an opportunity to present, and I just, it's crazy. But anyways, the simplicity of what you were telling me about what you learned from that gal and what you put together in WhatsApp and sent to us. What part of that is in this note, and that also of that note, I don't understand. Does she send it? Does she actually text it to her prospects and sit right there with them? Or should we just be showing them the app? Should we just be saying, hey, check out this app, and then listening to their questions? And if they say, hey, that's really cool, I've got a business that might, you know what I mean? Where's the simplicity in that?
Okay, so she texts that to customers or distributors. So not necessarily prospects, but once they've decided they're a customer or a distributor, we want them to share the app, right?
Oh,
so sure. How do you share the app? You download it and you play the video. So even if they're just a customer, they can still share the app, because anybody they share it with, they do it correctly.
Yeah.
And so she sent, and you see on the bottom where she has customer number and distributor number and their user and password, and she'll just put that in and share the app. Now, I didn't go as far, because dinner didn't last long enough, but I didn't go as far as to ask her, does she put in her distributor number for them, so that in case they don't have the right distributor number, that they put in hers? I'm not sure. I could find out because I have her number. But, the main thing that I thought was genius was just having all the videos and everything, all the how-tos on one page.
And that's what you sent us.
Yes, what she copied, pasted, and texted it to me, and I copy pasted and texted it to you. So that's exactly what she has. Her thing now. And when she had it, she actually had one of her distributors listed. So the distributor number and website was on there. And I think what she does is she does that for each of her distributors and then sends it to them with their information, so that when they send it to people, then, you know, it'll have their information on it, not hers.
In the beginning, you had mentioned something about like when you're talking with someone and they show an interest, like maybe you show them on your phone, hey, this is how I send a card, and then boom, 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 send them a card or whatever. And then they say, well, that's great. And then at that moment you could share, you could share your link with them. They could download it at that point, click on the link in their text, download the app. Now, from what I understand, until they send a card with their app, and then that creates a gift account. But the app is on there, so it's traced to you. So eventually, whenever they send a card, it'll be connected to your account, correct?
Yes, and whenever they share it with someone else, as long as they do it correctly, it will also be connected to your account.
Yeah, and I think you were telling me, I think you were saying earlier that where you had made a mistake was having them download the app right then and there, and then you're like, wait a second, it's not connected to me until you send them your link, right? Yeah, so you text it to them from your app.
You send them the link, you text them, or I often text them. So I text them the link, and then they click on the link and download the app. If they go to send a card, then they're not tied to me. They have to close the app, and then they have to click on my link that I texted them again. And when they click on it the second time, it opens the app and it's tied to me.
I'm confused about that.
Yeah, I don't understand it either, but when I showed it to a millennial, they totally got it, and they said there are several apps that do that. So, but I made the mistake of having them click on the link, download the app, and then send a card, and it wasn't tied to me, and they didn't get a free card, and then I had to call customer service and fix it. So, and it was customer service that explained to me that once they download the app, have them close the app, click on your link again, and they will be tied to you.
Okay, thanks for clarifying that. Yeah. I understand now. Okay.
I've been wondering this whole time, how come people weren't sending cards from my site?
Yes.
That's exactly why.
Yeah, so I explain, if I text it to somebody, I say, you have to download the app, then close the app, and then re-click the link. And I made that mistake. I had 2 people that ended up being orphans, and I had to straighten it out because I didn't tell them to re-click on the link. And then I called customer service and said, what am I doing wrong?
Got it.
That's what I was doing wrong.
Okay.
So if they share, and then if they share the app and they don't have the person click the link again, then they won't be tied to you either. So it's important to train anybody. And I don't know, are you any of you guys in BNI or any other networking groups?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're in BNI and you want to teach people how to share the app so that they can basically refer you, that's going to be my next 10-minute talk, is how to properly share the app. Because I want them to share it correctly so I get notified when somebody makes a gift account. Yeah, there's one extra step in there that they don't really tell you about. But now we all know, so we're going to be signing up people right and left.
Yeah, just watch us go. Woo!
Watch us go. Yeah, and Cody said on his Facebook message, if you have a chance to go back and read it, that there's new tools coming that will blow us away. So he didn't give a hint, which is very unlike Cody. He usually can't keep anything a secret, but I'm excited to find out what that is. And
hopefully it's a tool that will keep everybody confidential.
Yes, so I'm excited to find out what it is. But you know, he said, you don't need to buy into all these other people's programs. Just use what you have. And I just went, yep, you're right, Cody. That's genius. And that's exactly what Callie did. And that's exactly what she taught her people to do. And that's exactly why she's a senior executive and we're not.
Got it.
Okay, so we are out of time. I'm supposed to give you a challenge, but I liked last week so much that we're going to stick with it. Make a list, a blank list of however many people you're going to show the system to the rest of this month. Or if you want to extend it for 30 days from now, you get your list so you can do what you want. But have yourself be rewarded with something. Dan says a new iPhone, or it could be something small. It could be dinner out, or it could be having your petty or whatever. Whatever you've been wanting to do. Splurge on. It doesn't even have to be money. It could be a trip to the park with one of your good friends. So whatever you want to do, but have a little reward for yourself and make your list. And each time you show the system, either color in a box or check it off, write their name, who you showed it to. If you want to track the results of who's a customer, whatever, that's fine. But that is not important. And what takes the fear away is knowing that whatever happens when you show them is not up to you. All you have to do is show them. And I mean, because I know I was trapped in fear going, okay, well, so-and-so may not like it. They might judge me, whatever. No, it's not about that. It's our job to show them. If they love it, great. If they're not sure, schedule another meeting. And if they hate it, then wish them well and send them brownies. and that's all you have to do. There is nothing complicated about it. You don't have to overthink it. And that was such a big aha for me that I wanted to share it with everybody else.
Well, thank you, Sue. I think you've sent us some really great information. Thanks to you for sending all those links to us through WhatsApp, and thanks for leading this meeting and sharing some really good information with us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sue.
Now, as soon as I can figure out how to stop the recording,